I think we all experienced the criticality of supply chains in periods like the pandemic, COVID, the supply chain of vaccines, for instance. To your question on threats, I think there are two sources that we are concerned about. One is geopolitical and the other one is natural disasters. The geopolitical side has two elements. One, armed conflicts. We currently see this in the Red Sea, impacting the supply chains from Asia, but also the changes in trade policy. That creates volatility in the supply chains, and some supply chains have long latency, if you think about pharmaceuticals, for instance. So you can have those effects where production is ramped down for a while, and then it's very difficult to catch up. So for us, sustainability is very important and also related to the resiliency of supply chains, given that carbon is a driver of climate, and climate is an increasing threat also physically to supply chains. What we do, and you see this in the background here as well, we want to decarbonize transportation as fast as possible. We have good solutions for the last mile, for pickup and delivery vans, where we already have 40,000 electric vehicles. We now want to tackle trucks. Battery electric, purely battery electric is more difficult there because we need specifically more grid capacity, more charging infrastructure, which isn't there yet. So that's why we have here a hybrid solution. And then our ultimate and biggest part of emissions is in aviation, where we need biogenic or synthetic sustainable fuels, also something that we're intensely working on. So we do recognize the need to regulate in this environment, but we are against over-regulation. We are for pricing CO2 emission, price them high to provide an incentive to business to make that transition, and that transition costs a lot of capital. I think we need to have that honest debate. The technology that is there is available, but it has a higher price. It typically has lower operating costs though, so it can pay back. So that's the discussion we need to have. How do we incentivize business like ours to make those investments, and how do we avoid over-regulation, which we see particularly in Europe, which is really having a negative impact on innovation and moving fast when it comes to decarbonization. We think it's the future for a while. We will go to pure battery electric, but again, we don't have the infrastructure now, the grids are not there, the reliability of the grids is called into question, and I think we need to have solutions that are resilient, also in adverse conditions. And that's why we took a battery pack out of the Scania truck and put a diesel electric generator in there, so that when the battery runs low or the charging is not available or the grid has an issue, we can recharge the battery through that generator. The generator can use bio-based fuels, but also conventional fuels. So this gives us more resiliency and also a better business case, because we can start using electricity to a greater extent without having built out the full charging infrastructure.